Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Hello, my name is Kofi, also known as Old Kof or Teacher Kofi. Welcome to Piano Time. In this video, we'll continue with our discussion on the major triads that were discovered within the various modes. If you recall, major triads were discovered on mode 1, also known as the Ionian mode, mode 4, also known as the Lydian mode, and then the mode 5, also known as the Mixolydian mode. We'll also learn how to play a simple melody and accompany that melody with these various triads that were discovered. And so stay tuned. Let's get back to C. Before we go on, I would like to quickly explain a scenario with the 4th mode as well as the 5th mode. Now, the triad discovered on the 4th mode looks exactly like the triad for key F as a key on its own. So if I play this, you might be tempted to say that we are in the key of F. Obviously, you are not far from the truth. However, the difference is with the 4th note. Now, let me run the major scale on key F. Okay, so stay put. So we are in the key of F now. Now let's see the scale, which is tone, tone, semitone. Look at the 4th note. And then tone, 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 semitone. So the 4th note was what? B flat. Now let's compare that to F that belongs to C, or F Lydian. Now let me start from C and run the whole modes. This is the 1st mode, this is the 2nd mode, 3rd mode, and then this is the 4th mode. This is what we are trying to compare. Okay, so that's the 4th mode. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the 4th note, which is B natural. So that one is different from F as a key on its own. Whilst F as Ionian or key on its own has B flat as a 4th note, F as a Lydian has B natural as what? A 4th note. So that's the difference. Now, the same thing happens with G. This is the Mixolydian for C. Okay? It starts on G. Now, let's compare that with G as a key on its own. So when I'm on G, I move a tone, semitone, tone, tone, tone. Look at the 7th note. It's F sharp, isn't it? And then semitone. G as a Mixolydian has F natural as a 7th note. But G as Ionian has F sharp as a 7th note. So these are the differences. Please, even if you don't understand, we'll come back to this in detail. Good. Now, I want us to concentrate on how to effectively play the 1-4-5 triads without hustle. Yes, the 1-4-5 major triads. Good. How do we do that? All that we need to do is to employ the inversion approach. The inversion approach. We spoke about it in our previous video, so please fetch it and refresh yourself. Good. Back to one chord. The one chord is made up of what? C, E, and G. Now, where C is at the bottom is known as the root position. Good. Now, let's go to the 4 chord. Now, it's made up of what? F, A, and C. Now, a situation where F is at the bottom is known as the root position. Now, we can place C at the bottom and cause F to be in the middle. And this is what is known as the 2nd inversion system. So instead of playing from 1 chord and hopping all the way to 4 this way, you can play from 1 to 4 this way. Now let me give you the fingers. On 1 chord, we play 5, 3, and 1. And then on 4 chord, we still maintain the same finger technique. 5, and then 3 on F, and then 1 on A. Good. Let me take that again. So from this, you just move up 1, this way. Good. And then the G chord, or the 5 chord, which is made up of what? G, B, and D, can also be inverted. Now I can place D at the bottom this way. Okay? And create or cause G to be in the middle. So this is also the 2nd inversion for G. Good. So let's start from 1 and move to 4 And then if you want to move to G or the 5 chord, you see my 4th finger is already placed on D. My 2nd finger is already placed on G. All that I need to do is to move my finger 1 on B this way. So we go slowly that way. Good. And then let's go back to 1. If you are going back to 1, it's so easy. You see your finger 5 is already positioned on C. Finger 3 is already positioned on E. And then you just have to move the thumb this way. So we go back to 1. Let me do that again. So this is 1. And then move to 4. And then move to 5. And then back to 1. Obviously, you need to practice it over and over in order to master it. And please, you don't always have to go from 1 to 4 and then to 5. You can apply the various permutations. You can begin from 1 and go all the way to 5 and then to 4 and then back to 1. You can also begin on what? 4, go to 5, back to 4, and then back to 1. So try the various permutations that come with it. Good. Now, let's consider the right hand also. With me, I use 1, 2, and 3 on chord 1. So this way. 1 on C, 2 on E, and 3 on G. Now with chord 4, I use 1 on C, 2 on F, and then 4 on A. So this way. And then chord 5, I use 1 on D, 3 on G, and then 5 on B. This way. Good. So let me run through. 1, 4, 5, and then back to 1. Good. Now, there are others who employ different technique. They start this way. 1 on C, 2 on E, and then 4 on G. This is how others also start. And then they will maintain the same for chord 4. 1 on C, 2 on F, and then 4 on A. And then, this is how they play chord 5. 1 on D, 3 on G, and then 5 on B. And then they go back. So let me run through this, which is this, that, this way, and then back. Good. Now, let me also state here that there are people who don't always start with the root position like this. Let me use the left hand. They don't start with the root position. They start with the first inversion system. The first inversion system, which is this way. In other words, they position C up this way. Good. And so they run through this way for the left. And others also use the second inversion system, which is this way. Or this way, that way, this way. So there are so many ways of playing this same thing. Obviously, we'll cover them later in details. Good. Now, we are going to learn or concentrate on how to play a very simple melody. Twinkle, twinkle, little stars. I believe you've heard that before. Let me quickly play that. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Let me take that slowly so that you get it. Now you start on do, do, do. Then you move to so, 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 and then la, 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 so. And then to fa, fa. Or I'm playing double notes. Fa, fa, and then mi, 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 and then re, 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 do. And then so, 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 fa, fa, mi, mi, re. And then the same thing again. So, so, fa, fa, mi, mi, re. So, so, fa, fa, mi, mi, re. And then back to do, 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 do. So, so, la, la, so, and then fa, 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 mi, mi, re, do. Please, you can practice it and try that on the other keys as well. Good. Now, I'm going to accompany this melody with the 1, 4, 5 triads that we just learned. Good. Now, let me just do that before I go through that slowly. Here's how it goes. Good. Now, you realize that I didn't stay on one particular triad or chord. I had to change. And then the process of changing, or the paths that I traveled, is what is known as progression. So I progressed through what? Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars with my 1, 4, 5 triads. And so you also need to do the same thing. Now, you need to train your ears in order for you to effectively do that. We'll come to the training of the ear in our later video. But you can learn this in the meantime and have fun with it. Great. So let me go through that slowly. Now, my beginning note, which is the twinkle, it starts on the 1 chord. So twinkle, twinkle. Then this is where I change. I move to the 4. When I play the little, you see I'm on a 4. Little, then star, and now come back to 1 again. And then to how I wonder. So how I wonder goes with 4. How I, then back to 1. Wonder, and then back to 5. What you, and then back to 1. Then up, above the world. Let me take that again. Up is on 1 chord. Up, above. Now I move to 5. Above the world, back to 1. So high to 5 again. Then the same thing. Like a diamond in the sky. Then back to 1. Twinkle, twinkle. Then to 4. Little star. Back to 1. Then 4. How, back to 1. Wonder. Then to 5. What you are. So please go through that slowly. Let me take that once again. Good. Please, you can try that on the rest of the keys. Let's try that on key F. Good. So on F, it's going to be what? Let's take one more key. Let's go for F sharp. No, let's go for C sharp. Good. So please, try that on all the keys. Try the progressions first, and then try the melody, and combine the two. I know it's going to be a challenge, but take it slowly. The best way to be fast is to address the thing slowly first. Good. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please, don't forget to go through all the keys and perfect them. Let's keep on working. I know you will become a very good pianist. This is where we draw the curtain. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and comment. See you later. Enjoy.